Cops killed a black man. They tased him to death. Let's put up a picture of Mr. Jim Rogers, okay? This is a high school picture provided by his family. 5 police officers in Pittsburgh are no longer on the job after an internal investigation into the death of a man who was tased by police. Rogers, who was a suspect in the theft of a bicycle, okay, died while in custody of Pittsburgh Bureau of Police. That was October 13th, according to CNN's report. Police said they used a taser on Rogers because he was not complying with their orders. Rogers was tased 10 times, resulting in him being taken into Mercy Hospital, where he died the next day. Let's put up his picture again. That is an entire human being. He is gone. He is gone because they thought he was stealing a bicycle and they decided to tase him against department policy. They tased him so much, they killed him. Now, let's go to Lee Schmidt. Lee Schmidt is the Pittsburgh public safety director. Let's go to his picture, okay? Lee Schmidt declined to identify the officers, but sources tell us the officers are Keith Edmonds, who tased Jim Rogers 10 times, and officers Pat DeSato and Greg Boss, who took Rogers to the hospital, are among those fired for violating policies and procedures. I want you to think about something here. The mayor, let's put up a picture of the mayor. His name is Ed Gainey, all right? The mayor came out and said, all right, we're firing these cops because these cops violated internal policies. These internal policies led to the death of an entire human being. And here's what we're going to do for the great community that elected us and pays our salary. We're going to tell them they have to find another job. That's the response. Somebody's dead, they violated internal policy, and the mayor says, and we are going to ensure that they must find employment elsewhere. This is why people don't like the damn police. Right here. Their actions led to the exacting death of an entire person. The department says what they did was against the protocol of this office. Negligent homicide would have been the least charge here, but they simply get to go home. They don't have a charge at all, which means they can become a cop again. And this is why so many in policing fought against the George Floyd Policing and Accountability Act, because that would expose these cops and expose their record in a federal database. Remember, they see your record, they see mine, we pay them, but we can't see theirs. Doesn't make much sense. All right, Brett, thoughts on this case?
This for me it's by no means a game. If it were, it's a numbers game. You have one person who tried to steal one bike in the eyes of these officers. And when I saw the number of police officers that lost their jobs or are going to be re-educated, essentially, that's 8.
Yeah. And
there's 10 tasings. So for every one person who lost their life, there are 8 officers around and 1.25 tasings per officer. And everybody seems to be acting rationally after the fact to cover their butts.
Yeah.
I just wish that there was more incentive in their own eyes to act rationally before they pull out their tasers.
Well said, and to Brett's point, 3 of the officers were reinstated, so you had a total of 8, but they must undergo training. The police officers union plans to appeal the findings. They plan to appeal this. They're trying to get them their jobs back right there. Meanwhile, the county grand jury will decide if any of the officers will face criminal charges. Don't hold your breath. We're going to continue to bring you the updates to that story.